wait is finally over, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Motocross is back on the tracks here in Canada. Welcome to round one of the 2008 Monster Energy Motocross Nationals. Brian Costa and Mark Travers in Ste Jule, Quebec. One of our favorite tracks, Brian, and we have got a spectacular day for racing. It seems every time we come here it rains. I don't think we're gonna get that here today.
Not a chance. The track is prepped perfectly. We've got the MX2 bikes outside right here now doing their time practice for gate positions. It's gonna be totally awesome. We've got MX1 action coming up. We've got a new track in Edmonton for them, perhaps the whole season in Canada, shaping up to be beauty.
Let's talk about the biggest change in Canadian motocross. That is a full season for MX2. It used to be split east-west. Now all the way across the board, 9 races, 18 motos. That's gonna be a big thing here in this country.
It's turning into a true bona fide Canadian championship in MX2. Like you said, with the east-west, it was only 4 rounds, so the rider had a problem. It was so critical to get back in those points. Right now, though, with 9 rounds, we can have guys afford maybe the odd breakdown and still be in the championship hunt. So it's totally awesome, new for this year. Things are just getting better and better every year here.
Getting into the premier class, Brian, of course, the MX1 bikes, 454-stroke motocross bikes. There will not be a #1 plate out on the track. Paul Carpenter's not racing. Very interesting. Again, another year without a #1 plate.
Yeah, Paul Carpenter got a great opportunity in the U.S. with a big business investor got together with him to start a team, so he's not here. Kind of a bummer, but we've got Dusty Cladd back. He's a 3-time Canadian champion, 2 championships in the MX2 West, 1 championship in MX1. He raced the States last year. He's back. Love it.
Let's hit it in the pits with Galdi. He's standing by with our former champion, Dusty Cladd.
Thanks, guys. That's right. Under the Monster Energy Cernix Kawasaki pits with none other than Dusty Cladd. Back in action here in Canada. Dusty, first off, welcome back, buddy, and how you doing?
Thanks. Doing awesome. You know, I'm here this year with the Monster Cernix Kawasaki team, and you know, just trying to start from here and hopefully line this thing up on the box.
Okay, fabulous. Let's get into a Monster Energy Motocross Nationals green print. This is a 9-round championship series. That series runs coast to coast. We got 2 classes, the MX2 class and the MX1 class.
That's right, Travs. MX2 are 254 strokes. MX1 are the bigger 450s. 2 motos or races per day. At the end of 9 rounds, riders with the most points win.
All right, race fans, MX1 time practice. Ed on the track right now. Ryan Gauld on the side of the track, giving you the heads up of what's going on in Ste Jule 2008. Significant changes to the track. Over my right shoulder, the European section, as my boy Travers likes to call it, is gone, which is taking about 10 seconds off of the lap time, making it a little bit shorter lap time for some of the riders. Also missing a significant passing area going up that hill. The riders are kind of iffy about it. Other stuff that has changed, some of the jumps here used to be very small floater jumps. Now they've got big lifts, flat landings, very hard on the body. 30 minutes plus 2, it's gonna be tough for those guys doing those jumps. The dirt is choice. As you can see, it's sunny. It's supposed to be like this all day long, so traction is definitely not gonna be affected today. The guys that can come here and be easy on the gas and calm out there, the ones that kind of take it slow to go fast, are the guys that are gonna be on top of the podium. So everybody sit back, relax. The Monster Energy CMRC Nationals are coming to you right now.
On board with the Scott helmet cam. The dirt here in Ste Jule, really nice the way they till it and prepare it. It's beautiful. The jump's very peaked, and right there you can see a lot of hard landings on this track. A lot of ups and downs with those tricky off-campers right here, approaching 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers. They take big air. Lots of grooves in these corners, especially at the bottoms of these hills where the water pools up. It's gonna be a great day of racing.
Hi, race fans, here with Kyle Beaton of the Clear Book Shift Racing Yamaha team. So good to see you at the first round here with the 9-round series in MX2, buddy. How you feeling coming in?
I'm feeling good. You know, I put a lot of hard work in this winter, and I've been racing in the U.S., and I've been dealing with all those fast guys down there. So, I mean, coming into this, I don't even have any nerves or butterflies or anything like that, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go out there and do it.
The full 9-round MX2 series is about to begin with Katie Beats on the line.
possibly the deepest field in the history of the MX2 class here in Canada. So many riders, the times are so close, but the 3:11 of Teddy Mayer was the fastest in time practice this morning. Coster Travers is a crapshoot, but Teddy Mayer looks the sharpest right now.
Great job, Galdi. Okay, Travers and Coster in the booth. Oh, and a pair of Julies with the 30 board. Brian, the MX2 Series 18 motos. This is the first one, and it will be brought to you by Scott USA.
Yeah, the timed qualifiers for gate picks really don't mean much once the race sorts out. First thing you gotta do is get through the first turn. There they go, Travers. Big, long drag race to this high right bank turn.
The sweeper up in front of the crowd to the whole shot line in number 22. Kyle Beaton gets your roll distributing. Whole shot. Oh, we got carnage, Brian.
What a scary place to crash right after the start. Riders jockeying to miss those down guys. Let's hope everyone's safe. 44, that is Benoit. Then we've got Evano. Wicked battling between Eric Nye and Marc-Antoine General Jazz as we get into the first lap.
As the boys funnel through the Scott lockoff, Ken, you're right, Beats out in front. Evano on the inside with the over-under. Does he have Benoit? Yes, he does. Now, this is the part of the track you talked about. Huge speed and then up to the big launch. Look at them go.
Wow, they catch big air right back there. Benoit got a little front end heavy, lost momentum, went to the outside, opened the door for Nick Evano. Benoit not used to running up front, a home track for him, but look at the speed on number 38, another local rider, Marc-Antoine Generou on the Honda, taking huge air and huge risks on Eric Nye.
Love the way he went inside, got that rut on the inside and busted Nye wide, but you know how fast Nye is. Very controlled on the motorcycle. I love the way he rides it. There's number 41, Evanu in second place. There's Kevin Benoit in third. Oh my, there's Nye on the outside, and he moves into fourth. Very, very smooth move on the outside.
Nye is a very composed rider from Northern California, is kind of used to the hard pack dirt. We do have some hard pack sections here, and you can see the riders getting creative with mine here. Shane Weeb on the outside, Beaton's teammate looking really fast, catches a little clump of dirt on his front wheel, has a moment. Number 7, Mason Phillips, the big man on a 250F. Just sitting inside the top 10.
Shane Weeb, number 55, first-year pro, was an intermediate last year and had some speed. Oh, we got another rider down, that's number 408, Paul Lamb. He's from northeastern United States.
Yeah, New England rider. He's been up here testing the waters in Canada for many years. Bit of head shake for Kyle Beaton right now, setting the pace. He is flying off the 60-mile-an-hour launcher. Woohoo! Evano, again, not afraid of the big hit.
Here comes Nye on the outside. Does he have Benoit? 2 big launches. Nye looking outside, carrying more speed, and makes the pass going into the MXP corner.
Yeah, that outside line's got a little better traction, not as deep of a rut. Working for Nye there, a little smoother. They come down 4 or 5 good lines here, but that line they both chose is starting to get really deep, and I like Kyle Beaton the way he's coming on the inside of some of those deep ruts. He is just on a tear right now.
Scrubbing off of the lifter, Evano not scrubbing right there as we get back to number 38, being hunted down by 776. That's Blackfoot's Harvey up the hill. Oh, cross-ruts and goes over, Brian.
Oh, Harvey just gets blinded there by Generou, gets a little bit cross up the front wheel, slows him right down, puts him over the bars.
Number 61, Billy Ainsworth with a problem up top. Brian, that kid is fast. 7th last year in Southwick.
That's right, the battle is hot for 6th right now. Oh, Phillips succumbs to the pressure. Medaglia goes through. Teddy Mayer runs right over Phillips KTM, and that's Shane Weeb, number 55, in the mix.
Your leader, number 22, Kyle Beaton, just killing it down to the ball. Harvey's still trying to fire up the bike. As we get back to Mayer, and it looks like he slipped by Weeb. Some good battling in the top 5.
Battles throughout the track. Everywhere Harvey and Blackfoot have to be disappointed. He's gone a lap down. He is out of the points in this moto. Oh no, look at this, Beaton with a problem, Travis. He has stalled the motorcycle, not able to refire. He is parked. He's gonna have to find neutral if he wants that thing to start. There he is.
A seemingly innocent right-hander high in the berm. Beaton stalls. Now leading edge Kawasaki's number 41, Nick Evano, has the lead.
Evano has led here in years past. This is his 3rd year racing in Canada from the Maryland area of the United States. Eric Nye from about 5th off the start, moving up into 2nd, and he is slowly chipping away at Evano's lead.
Hot battle for 4th, and we've got Jeremy Medaglia on the inside. Does he have Generou? Yes, he does, with some great traction on that inside line. Got on the gas early and busts him wide open.
Seems that inside line is getting to be the fast way because it's not as deep. That deep one in the middle, the riders are having a hard time getting hung up. Beaten with another bit of a problem. He's waving. He's got his bike going now, and he's having troubles all over this track.
He's having trouble concentrating. I'm not sure what's going on. Mayer on the inside of General as he moves into 4th place. Boy, Teddy Mayer is taking care of business right now.
General not lying down though, still showing a wheel. Unbelievable action for the local riders. Both Gavin Benoit, Marquette General churning heads here in Ste Jule.
Both riders sitting in the top 5. You look at General, real stocky young man. When he was a kid, he was short and kind of plump. He's really starting to fill into his size.
Yeah, definitely still very strong. Just like Kyle Keese in the big class, using that strength to his advantage to hold that motorcycle in these tough off cameras.
Right, you saw the gap for the lead starting to tighten. Jeremy Medaglia on the inside. He has Benoit for 3rd place. Keep your eye on Mayer on the wide side.
Jeremy Medaglia, first-year pro, moves into 3rd with a great pass. He has passed there before in this moto, but like you said, there's the danger man, 311. Out of Kamloops on that leading edge. Kawasaki. Teddy Mayer takes care of 4th place. Now he's got a set on young Medaglia.
Oh, great drive off the lifter for Mayer. He gets in first on that inside line and takes care of Medaglia, moving into 3rd place. He is now in a podium position.
First time for Teddy Mayer on this track. 3rd year in Canada, though. First time for the Western MX2 riders. Great experience for young Medaglia, though.
Fabulous the lead. Look at this Nye on the inside. Does he have avenue? Oh, who wants it more? Eric Nye in the lead.
What a great pass. Just positioned himself up the inside, kind of a supercross style turn. Just put himself right where Evano had to be. Snagged 1st place with a big move.
Down into the off camber, Beaton looking wide. Takes care, yes, of number 36, Karen Fitzgerald, and Aaron Hardy, 776, is down a lap battling with these guys.
It has to be hard for Hardy knowing he's got the speed, but he's down out of the points. That is battling for 10th place. Replay of the lead. Nye way on the inside. Evano goes wide to cut in, goes to cut in. There's an orange KTM parked right there. Sorry about that.
Not too many riders as smooth on a motorcycle as I, as number 24 has the lead back to 2nd place. Number 41, Nick Avenue, right now coming up to get his last lap flag.
Looks like he's kind of comfortable. He is letting Nye get away a little bit, I think, with lappers, the heat, and the stress of the first race of the year. Maybe a little hard pump there because this kid pushed off the start.
Riders right now in this class need to remember that this championship series is 18 motos long. No sense pushing the panic button. 2nd place for Evan right now is as good as a win as we get back to number 24, our leader, Eric Nye on that Royal Distributed KTM. Again, Brian, smooth.
Smooth. 3rd year in Canada. Every year coming up to the West Coast Championship, he has been in the hunt for a podium, but blew the last race day. This year, he's got 9 rounds to put it together, starting out on a high note.
Right, have a look at this track. Really not degrading like I thought it was gonna. Holding up really well. Some great ruts in the corners and some good flat hard pack sections where they can carry speed. Number 24, KTM's Eric Nye is your winner in the first MX2 moto of the season.
And he is pumped, deservedly so. KTM has to be stoked. To our Yamaha leaderboard, Mayer outdices Medaglia for the final spot in 3rd. Great ride for Gavin Benoit and local boy Marc-Antoine Generou. How about Beaton in 8th, Jared Allison and Ryan Lockhart?
Well, the 24 says it all, going 1st place in the first moto of the year now. What a way to get that out of the way, and it's got to feel good.
It feels so good. Like, that was my plan coming in today, try to get off to a good start and just ride smart. And I mean, that's what I did. So I got out front and just kind of put together a good pace. And, I don't know, won. It was good.
Nick Evaner of the Monster Kawasaki leading edge team. Nick, man, the series just started underway. You got out of the gate, awesome dude, and rode a right smart race.
Yeah, I felt really good. Towards the beginning, I was riding really well, staying with Beaton, and you know, he had some bike problems towards the very beginning of the race, and I got the lead, and I felt good and comfortable. And then I don't know, I just felt like I was losing a lot of power on the bike, and it was getting really hot, and we were smoking, so took it down a couple notches because I just wanted to finish the moto strong, you know. And, you know, second's just as good as first in the overall. So trying to get the bike fixed and come back for that second moto and win.
Royal Distributing whole shot money goes to Kyle Beaton. He might want to buy himself a razor. Number 2, Colton Fasciotti, one of the series favorites to take the championship at MX1 this year. Colt, a huge crash during your time qualifying practice. We want to know how you're feeling.
I'm a little sore, but I think I'll be able to go out there and put in some hard laps. So
main goal is just to get up on the podium and salvage some points. It's kind of hard to go out. If you don't go out there, you get no points. It's pretty hard to get a championship after that.
Oh, the Monster Army is looking strong. A couple of cadets with the 30 board. That's Julie and Julie, Brian. Okay, let's get ready for the dawn of a new era in MX1. No JSR on the line. He has retired. This first MX1 moto will be brought to you by MX Performance Magazine, the #1 motocross magazine in the country, with Julie going to 5. Focusing down on the gate, Brian, we've got 40 MX1, 454-stroke motocross bikes on the line. The gate is down, Brian, coming to that first corner. Who's going to get that road distributing hold? Yeah.
Looks like a huge jump for Tyler Medaglia on that Ocean Transport Rockstar Suzuki with the shot. Dubé right there in tow. Fasciati looks like sitting third. Great start for those guys.
Dusty Clad on the outside, he's in 4th place. And then we've got some KTM's Northrop in the mix. Nice cluster coming into left-hander. Dubé looking good on the outside. And Clad goes inside on Fasciati. Does he have 3rd?
Wow, huge aggressive move by Dubé. He tripled into there where no one else did. That guy, man, on the jumps, he is not scared.
He is not scared at all. Through the Scott Lockoff cam, up the big hill they go. Oh, a nice little scrubber for Clad as he goes into the MXP corner on the wide side and takes care of Dubé. No, Dubé with some gas on the inside. They go over the double down into the valley, side by side, Brian. Who's got the advantage? Dubé coming in.
Great job by Dubé, defensive riding, Clad paddling along. All the guys into those 2 main ruts. Playing bumper cars right here. That is number 30. That's Chad Charbonneau getting sideways.
A great shot of how wide these off cameras are, Brian. You have to have those options or it's going to be carnage. Look at this. Eastman on the inside, number 243. Privateer American taking care of Fasciati. Remember, Fasciati crashed during practice. He's got a very tender shoulder.
Yeah, he's riding a bit tentative for sure, but Blair Morgan, he fell at the start, coming from dead last. He's all alone on that Blackfoot Yamaha.
Medaglia in 1st place. Clad on the inside, looks like he has 2nd. Dubé in 3rd. Eastman in 4th. Here comes Fasciati. We got NorCal. We've got Jay Burke. And the South African number 210, Liam O'Farrell.
O'Farrell looking good his first time racing Canada. Big gap. Right now, Medaglia pulling out on the guys. Dubé pressuring. And look at the different lines. They're off to the right where Dubé went a lot lower so you don't jump as high. But look at that left side. Number 20, Jay Burke, getting very aggressive. He is in the lead pack. 25, Jimmy Nelson, teammates with Colton, makes a move on the outside. Looks like he's got him right now coming into the off-camera.
Number 10, NorCal goes wide, then tucks into that 2nd rut. Oh, it looks like the 25, Nelson's got a problem. Burke gets by, so does Fasciati.
Just shows how easy it is to screw up in those deep ruts. He just stopped for a second. 2 guys look like they're getting to get by him. Clad paddling through, getting very aggressive. I love that inside line, that little switchback chicane. He's got that area straightened right out.
Back to a scrap going into the monster corner. Looks like number 2, Fasciati on the inside of NorCal, the original. Oh, NorCal gets squirrely. The drive off into the chasm. Fasciati has the position.
You can see Fasciati had his eye on Northrop the whole time, looking to his left. Northrop just got a little high and a little bit sideways in the loose stuff. Boom. Cole Fasciati capitalized.
Our leader's already getting into lappers. That's number 86, Brock Shuri. Get the hell out of the way, Shuri. Here comes Clad.
Clad, very frustrated right now with some of the riders on the track, understandably so. It is hard enough racing out there, but these young guys, they got to get their start, and Shuri learning the ropes every race.
Fasciati on the inside of Eastman. Boy,
It's not effective at all. 3rd spot right now in the 9-round championship for Blackfoot. Cole Fasciati. It's a good way to start. Let's send it back to the booth.
Goldie, trackside as we get into another battle. Oh, Eastman and Jimmy Nelson. And Nelson goes on the wide side and moves into 4th place. Privateer American Eastman looks good today, Brian.
He sure does, but you see Jimmy just cranking over, just torquing that 450 Yamaha with a big G out in that berm. Executes a great pass, took some punishment to get it, but boy, did he get it. The lead is on the line right now. Dusty Clad on the left of our screen. He is seeking up the inside of Medaglia. Medaglia maybe a little bit off his game with that lap rider. Clad just wicks that 450, moves into 1st.
Shows how wide the track is, Brian, and then you can use the whole track. There's no doubt about it. But think about how long Medaglia led this moto for. First moto of the season, Medaglia's out front. That's great experience for this young rider. A lot of hopes on that fella. And now he's sitting in 2nd place. He looks good.
Very good for him. Clout, we have to remember, he was our MX1 champion for 2006. So Medaglia showing a lot of composure and leading a national like this. Boy, oh boy, does it ever play on your body and your mind. You are holding on tight, and maybe a little arm pump there. Medaglia maybe can relax a bit, but we just saw, Travis, on our screen, number 2, Colton Fasciati moving into the mix.
Holy crap, we talked about the fact that he had a slow start, but is he on the gas now? Medaglia feeling the pressure. Fasciati down into that bowl on the inside. Oh, with a beautiful JSR-like move, and takes care of Medaglia for second place. Holy crap, talk about changing of the guard. That was a great pass.
And you know, Fasciati's starting to look like JSR on the bike. JSR, of course, retired, a 5-time Canadian champion with Blackfoot. He is the rider, coach, and mentor for the Blackfoot team, and it looks like it's really paying dividends with Fasciati, his style and his attitude off the track.
And the fact that he's got the number 2 this year. JSR had the number 2 last year. It's like deja vu all over again. Gibson on the inside, and Jay Burke for that Label and Honda team really riding well. Those guys are inside the top 10.
Unsung heroes out there. Jay Burke hammers every lap of every moto, pressuring our national number 3, so a good showing for him and the Label It team.
Getting back to the lead, Klatt skies it up, but here comes Fasciati. Brian, 2 riders with completely different winters. Klatt riding the full American Supercross Series. Fasciati training down in Georgia, full outdoor motocross programming. Let's see what happens here. With Fasciati on the outside, we've got a lapper. That is number 21, Julian Cerny. Look at Fasciati on the inside and takes care of Klatt like he was standing still.
Klatt kind of hung up and had that inside leg way out paddling. Colton on that inside line, not as deep. Obviously some better traction there. Dusty with some issues, has to settle for second. Dusty not used to second place to Colton Fasciati. This is not over yet. Here it is, Travers. Look at the rage, and with Fasciati comes flying down that hill. There, Dusty kind of gets his foot hung up, and Colt finds that new middle groove, which is just choice, gets the power up that hill. Awesome racing right at the front of the pack.
We're talking about traction there, Brian. You're right, and that new exit from that groove through the middle, great traction. Number 10, the original North Cal, sitting in 4th place right now. Brian, talk about some dynamite action up top as number 12, Blair Morgan, gets into the top 10 as he gets by Jeff Gibson. A man on a mission, number 12, Blair Morgan. He is a Superman.
Remember, Blair crashed at the start. He has worked his way all the way through the pack up to 10, so a great ride for Blair Morgan. He has got to be stoked with his effort.
To our second place rider, number 111, Dusty Klatt on that Monster Energy Cernix Kawasaki, coming up to get his last lap flag, Brian. It looks to me like he's backed off a little bit. Fasciati has opened up the gap. Hey, second place in the first moto, take it, why not?
I'll take that, definitely. Look at this though, Blair Morgan making more passes, Travs, in the waning stages. That just put him in front of Holmans for 9th, and there's more guys in front of him.
Moving up on number 20, Jay Burke, very impressed with that Label It pilot out there today. To our leader, number 2, that is Colton Fasciati on the BlackfootDirect.com, Team Toyota Yamaha, coming up to take the checkered flag in the first MX1 moto of the season, Brian. What a race. And remember, he went down in practice and injured his shoulder. The Blackfoot hierarchy has to be proud. Welcome back to the Circuit de Ste Jule. My goodness, that is some kind of podium. Colton Fasciati talking to the crowd. Let's get to our top 10 first MX1 moto. You know Fasciati takes the win. Klatt in second, Medaglia in third, North Cal, Nelson, Morgan, and Jay Burke in ninth.
Well, Colton, in time practice, he had a huge get-off on the fastest part of the track. Kind of hurt your shoulder a bit. Talk to us about your mindset coming into that moto and how the adrenaline kicked in and overcame the pain.
Yeah, I was pretty sore before that moto. You know, I did the hot lap, and I didn't even know if I was going to make it to the moto. But you know, I just kind of put my heart in it and went out there and won.
Finishing second first MX1 moto is number 111, Dusty Klatt. Dusty, you had the lead there. Took a long time to get around Tyler. Looked like to me like you backed it off late in the moto. Colton got the lead and you finished second.
Yeah, no, he definitely rode, both of them were riding really strong, and, you know, it's kind of similar when, you know, Sexton when I was here. First race, just riding a little tight, and, you know, I just haven't had that much outdoor testing for, well, practice, I should say, just trying to get ready for this weekend, but hopefully just finish off today strong and progress out through.
Today also brings us the First round of the Suzuki Women's Nationals, a full 5-race series out on the Pro National track. Travis, and boy, there was some fast-flying females on the track.
There sure was. Heidi Cook looked good early on, but this was the big star right here, number 734, Jacqueline Ross on that KTM team. We also had number 8, that's Sarah Whitmore, up from the United States. She loves to race up here, and those three got into a real heated battle for the lead in both motos. Have a look at number 734, Jacqueline Ross, Brian. Listen to it, 2-stroke, that's a 144 KTM.
A little lighter, lots of horsepower, but Sarah Whitmore, the star of the moto, takes Jacqueline Ross in the first moto win on her Suzuki. Man, she rides great.
Second moto early, we had Cook out front, and then Ross goes inside. And you're right, Brian, the 144, a light motorcycle, a lot of horsepower. Look at her jumping past Whitmore here to take the lead. There were some great battles between these three girls, and the interesting thing about Jacqueline Ross is that she's a GNCC rider down in the States. She doesn't even ride a lot of motocross, hitting that soft stuff, Brian, still making the pass. Oh, look at that, Whitmore on the inside.
Well, Jacqueline Ross just took huge air there, landed hard, and now Whitmore, with the lead, stuffs herself, opens the door for Ross and Cook.
Perhaps you didn't have to look far to find great battles on the track. Here we have number 4, Jessica Foster, working up on one of the Giroux sisters, number 6. Some great action out there.
Terrific racing. Jacqueline Ross cruises in for the second moto win. She worked for it hard, showing she can run with the boys.
Takes the overall, Jacqueline Ross, Whitmore in second, and Heidi Cook in third.
Royal Distributing KTM number 7, Mason Phillips, coming from the Kiwi land. New Zealander Mason, buddy. So glad to have you back this year. Tell me what's been going on in the offseason and how you're feeling coming into 08.
Unfortunately, I had a shoulder injury when I went home last year, so I had a fair bit of time off the bike. So it's made me fresh for the season. I'm ready to go. It's going to be a long 9 rounds, and I'm looking forward to getting them all done.
Mason Phillips all the way from New Zealand, here to race for you. Stick around.
Okay, guys, Teddy Mayer had the fastest time, but Eric Nye looked solid as a rock in that first MX2 moto. I talked to him in the midday here. He's calm, he's cool, he's relaxed. He's looking for a 1-1 finish, and I'm sure KTM would love to start that way in this brand new 9-round series.
Notorious G taking care of business trackside. All right, second MX2 moto. This one will be brought to you by Extreme Motocross Apparel. Great shot of the boys on the line getting prepped. Oh my goodness, as we go to 30, that's distracting. That's the 2 Julies.
The 2 Julies in Ste Jule doing a great job. Part of the Monster Army, and they are our 32nd Born Girls. It goes to 5. Travs, Royal Distributing, whole shot, Bucks on the line.
Let's take it in, shall we? Evano up the high side. Does he have it? Yes, he does. Crosses the line and takes that Royal Distributing. Oh, yeah, as the boys funnel through.
Huge scrubber for Beaton on the inside. He's in second spot right now. He's got his head up looking for any type of mistake from Evano. A heck of a great start for Chris Foster sitting there in third, and the rest of these hungry MX2 riders coming through.
Through the Scott Lockoff cam, you see the boys funneling through. Again, Brian, we were talking about how wide the track is. Remember that big crash we had in the MX1 class on that jump last year? Very dangerous because of the speeds. Down into the valley and up to the big lifter. Look at the boys take off. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness, you can count the seconds they're in the air, man, and they are taking a heavy hit on the landing because it's completely flat. So a real test for the suspension and the rider's endurance there off that big landing.
As you were saying too, the boys had those bikes taped down to the bottom of the valley. And look at Medaglia on the inside. Another great start for Shane Weed, number 55 on that Clearbrook Yamaha.
East Coast rider Davey Fraser just outside the top 10. Good for him. To the replay of the start, we have some contact there. Ooh, that is ugly. Guys just weaving through again. Try not to run over the down rider tracks. That has got to hurt.
You talked about a bad place to crash right at the beginning of a race when all those riders are bunching. That's number 7, Mason Phillips, one of our factory riders who's going to be in last place. And I think Ainsworth back to our leader, number 41. That is Nick Evano. He's got Beaton hot in his heels.
Battle for 5th. Really hot, and that is Chris Foster getting passed by Shane Weed, number 55. Again, beats Clearbrook Yamaha teammate. We've got Marc-Antoine Genereux showing a wheel as well, Traz. He knows the lines really well out here. Makes the move on the chasm.
Up and over the chasm, you're right, and here comes Davey Frazier, who had a great start on that label at Honda in the mix. back down into the valley with our leaders. Leading edge Kawasaki's Nick Evano out in front, beaten in second. Here comes Teddy Mayer in third place.
Boy, oh boy, if Teddy Mayer can catch these lead riders, we're going to be in for a heck of a battle. Mayer rides the wheels off the bike every lap. There's Jenneru making the move on lead for 5th place. Jenneru really knows these lines well, Trav.
Some great bar bagging with these young riders in the MX2 class, Brian. I love this class, and the fact that it's now moving into 9 races is going to be spectacular. The battle for the lead is good. There goes Mayer, and look at Jeremy Medaglia with a great start in 4th place. Those guys are starting to pull away.
Medaglia's got a great view. This race right now getting super hot. That's Jenneru. This is 5th through 10th right here. Jenneru sitting 5th, and he's got a whole host of young upstarts right on his tail.
Our leaders through the Motovan sweeper down into the valley, into the extreme corner. Beaton is trying everything. He's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at everything to get by. But look at 3rd and 4th. That's Mayer and Medaglia. They're tightening up. This is a 4-pack ride.
Roost out here also a factor up some of these hills that can be punishing and pelting. There's Lamb around the outside with a good start, paddling his way into 8th place. That is a great showing for that New England rider.
Slipping by young Chris Foster, who's riding really well today in the top 10. Back to our lead down in the valley. Evano pulling it out. Beaten on the inside, and here comes, oh my goodness, nice little mid-scrump there for Teddy Mayer.
Huge air. Beaton gets a little bit goofy there coming into his berms. I think he's losing some time there, definitely on those ruts. Mayer with the advantage right now, storming down the inside. Kyle Beaton loses 2nd place right there to Teddy Mayer.
Fabs, it looks like Beaton left the door wide open, and he's not charging the way he was early in the moto. It's very hard to try and get around Evano. It looks like he's losing his luster a little here.
Maybe he's got some slight technical difficulties. Maybe he's tweaked a body part or something, because he was really charging hard. It looked like he was on a mission to win this moto. Nice replay here of Medaglia getting all aggressive, a little too much throttle there, spins the bike right around. Lucky keeps it running, just loses that one position, remounts in 5th.
You saw number 776 Blackfoot's Aaron Harvey move into 4th place with that Medaglia issue, and that was right before the Mayer pass. As we get back to our lead pair, this is the leading edge Kawasaki MX2 team, a fledgling team in the series. And right now, Brian, 2 of their 3 riders are battling for the lead.
Spectacular. Very professional looking team. They've got a new 18-wheeler. They look the part. Riders all in the same gear. They look pro. Look at them out there, 1-2.
Mayer on the outside takes care of Evano. The pass was made even before they dropped down into this off camber. Right, Evano, oh, and the check back. It looks like his shoulders are dropping a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like I think Evano might be a bit tired. He had to glance over, see how far of a gap he has to 3rd. Maybe he's just going to follow Teddy in for 2nd.
Our first moto winner, number 24, Eric 9, moving up into 15th. He had a horrible start. And there's number 7, Mason Phillips, who crashed off the start. He's been tailing his way through the pack.
He hooked up with our first moto winner, Eric 9. They've been freight training through the whole pack, moving their way up, trying to salvage points, but Kyle Beaton slipping backwards, Travis.
That's right, that was Aaron Harvey up into 4th place, Beaton now in 5th, with our leader, number 311, Teddy Mayer, starting to open up the gap a little bit on his teammate, number 41, Nick Evano in 2nd place. And look at this, Harvey now working up on Medaglia. This is for a podium spot, Brian.
This is the race right now on the track. Oh, showing how hard Harvey's trying into this new chicane. They just wick up the throttle here, keep it taped up this jump, going around the bumps, taking similar lines. Way off to the right, there's a real smooth line too. Last lap, it's all in the line here.
A lot of pressure on Harvey's shoulders. Remember, Blackfoot with back-to-back number 1 plates in the MX2 West, and he goes outside on Medaglia and makes the pass and is now in 3rd place. Is Medaglia going to retaliate? Check the outside line, backs it off a little bit. Harvey in 3rd place.
Oh man, Medaglia went to Night Thunder. He tried to, I think, block break. Harvey backfired on him. Harvey got the easy pass there. I think that was kind of a supercross block move by Medaglia. Didn't work out so well.
Well, you can do that up in this top part of the track because the corners are tight. To our leader, number 311, Teddy Mayer on that leading edge Kawasaki, getting the checker flag and winning the 2nd moto. Brian, I think he's going to take the overall with that one.
Yes, he will take the overall. Teddy Mayer very happy with that win. An impressive ride to the Yamaha leaderboard. Evano hangs on for 2nd. Aaron Harvey with a great pass takes 3rd over Medaglia. Gotta like Paul Lamb, Ryan Lockhart, and how about Josh Jones?
Leading edge Kawasaki, Teddy Mayer came here with a goal in mind to win this race. Consistency matters in a 9-round series, Teddy. You got the overall win, buddy. You got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, that first moto I rode like an idiot. I had a bad start, and I had to ride aggressive to get out front. So and I just didn't feel that good. I got on the road tight and stuff, and you know, my goal is to get a better start this next in the second moto, and that's what I did. And you know, I rode like I do at home. I followed some lines that Nick had and just flowed. And I felt great, and hopefully I keep this ball rolling.
A lot better second moto for the 776 of the Blackfoot Aaron Harvey. Buddy, the first moto was disastrous, but you came out swinging in moto 2.
Yeah, I was bummed I fell and couldn't get my bike started, but I just put that one behind me and got an okay start in the second one and just put my head down and caught up to the leaders, and I fell again, and then just tried to make a solid gain on them again, and I did that and got on the podium, so I'm pretty happy about it.
And there's your top 3 at MX2. We've got Mayer, Evanu, and Jeremy Medaglia. Standing by in the Cernix Monster Energy Kawasaki pit with number 3, Jeff Gibson. Jeff, thinking back to 2007, a slow start for you, but a heck of a finish. I think you're going to come in this year right out of the gate blazing fast.
I sure hope so, man. I mean, it did start off a little slow for me last year, and kind of fell into my own little rhythm at the end of the season, had some good finishes, and I just want to put that Monster Energy Cernix Kawasaki on the podium this weekend.
And speaking of Monster Energy, there are the girls, the Julies, holding up the 30-board traps. This moto brought to you by Sure Ride Motorcycle Insurance.
And this is the second MX1 moto, the final moto of the day here from Ste Jule. A great way to start the 2008 season. Riders are on the line. The Julies go to 5. A very distracting sight as the boys try to focus in on the first turn, Brian. There it is. Let's let those riders come off the gate. Woo-hoo! 40 big boys coming into that first corner, Brian. Who's going to get that Royal Distributing Hole? Yeah.
Looks like a great start for the Kawasaki. That is number 3. The man you just interviewed, stoked on the interview, pulls the whole shot. Jeff Gibson.
Beautiful start for Gibson. Looks like number 10, Jeff Northrup in second place. Here comes Fasciotti on the inside through this little supercross section. Fasciotti moving, I don't know. Yes, into second place past North Cal.
Fasciotti icing that shoulder between races. He was very tender, showing some great resolve, even coming to the starting line.
With the boys funneling through the Scott Lockoff, can we talk about how dangerous that jump is off the start with the speeds that these guys are carrying through the valley, up on the lifter. We've got quite a cluster here in the top 15.
That big lifter there is where Fasciotti crashed in practice. Super high speed and dangerous. Battle shaping up for third place. Look at this, 3 abreast down the hill. On the outside is Medaglia. Oh, Jimmy Nelson slingshots himself. Medaglia moves into third.
With a clean line at the bottom of that off-camber, Medaglia goes into third place. Brian, here's a replay of the start coming into that first corner. We had some carnage.
Yeah, Dusty Platt there gets a little aggressive with the throttle, loses the front end, slides down. Morgan's got nowhere to go, but boom, right into him. You can see Julian Cerny, number 21, gets around. A couple more guys littered on the first turn.
2 bad moto starts for Blair Morgan, and number 111, Dusty Platt, who finished second in the first moto, is in last place right now.
Absolutely. They are freight training right now, trying to pick up speed and catch the pack, get some points. Now Gibson under pressure from Fasciotti. Fasciotti, like that left line throughout the whole weekend, kind of jumps over here. It's a great place to set up to be on the inside.
Check Gibson's defense coming into the right-hander. Brian Fasciotti very aggressive on the outside, getting on the gas early. He is tenacious in this moto already.
Fasciotti looks hungry. Looks like he's the faster rider. Look at the outside there. He is pushing hard. Medaglia caught right up now. He has got a great view of this battle. And then we've got Jimmy Nelson on the other Blackfoot Yamaha in fourth.
A 3-way battle for the lead as they go down into the valley. This is that big lifter that Fasciotti hurt himself. Oh, Medaglia tucking the head down, watching out for the roost. And there goes Nelson on the inside with the Dubé line.
Yeah, on that low line there. That's kind of where you want to hit. You can go a lot lower and further without getting such a harsh landing.
Gibson on the inside, down into the off-camber. Bit of a freight train. Fasciotti looking for lines. A great defensive line for Gibson. Looks like he had a little bit of a block there for Fasciotti.
Gibson's just riding his own race now. He's going fast, riding the lines he's comfortable with. It's all up to Fasciotti and the other guys to make a move. Gibson's just got to kind of do his own thing as long as he can. Oh, and another area it though. Fasciati around the outside. He's used that line several times. Shoves Gibson wide, just a little insult to injury, and then gets on the gas here. Colton Fasciati actually one of the faster riders throughout the whole day in that back little bowl.
That just goes to show you, Brian, when you need the power, it is there on the 450. Watch him come outside, and look at how aggressive he is, dabbing with that foot a la JSR.
Yeah, great leg work, reminiscent of the champ there. Fasciati, look at that, just a little lean in on the throttle, just shoves Gibson just a little wide, lets him know he's there.
Look at this cluster coming up the hill to the finish line. Jay Burke and number 53, Josh Schneider with a great one. Oh, Schneider goes full flying W off the finish line. That was close.
Oh my goodness, I think he has to come in for a hands change. He did not crash there, but boy, oh boy, was he close. A scary moment for the Team Faith rider.
Check the charts on Schneider as we get back to the battle for second place. Medaglia going outside in that Royal Distributing corner as they drop down into the valley. I love this part of the track. Look at the speed that Medaglia is carrying on the wide side of the off camber. I love it.
I love it when these riders get in the stalking mode. Medaglia, just positions himself right in front of Gibson. Super aggressive. These younger guys like Fasciati and Medaglia maybe a bit hungrier than the veteran Gibson.
Well, it's who wants the corner more, right? Who wants it? Medaglia wants it. He goes and gets it. Back to number 111, Dusty Klatt, who's forging his way through the field. Head down, roost everywhere. Brian Morgan and Klatt now into the mid-20s.
They are flying through the pack. Dubé sitting 8th, just past Holman's. He's signaling his countryman there. Come with me, man. Let's go catch these guys.
Dubé very strong on the Kawasaki. That's the Schutz Kawasaki early this season. I love the speed. He's healthy. That kid is tenacious. This is the battle for third place. We've got Jimmy Nelson on the outside, Jeff Gibson on the inside. There's the Fasciati line. Holy mackerel. Look at Jimmy Nelson, busted chops at Gibson, going inside down into the valley.
Gibson's bike skittering around a bit on that choppy stuff. The track getting really choppy. If you watch the wheels and the handlebars on these bikes, the front end wants to go side to side, wants to just kind of yank those bars right out of your hands. So boy, oh boy, you've got to hold on. What a scrub by Fasciati.
Number 2, Colton Fasciati in first place. Number 13, Tyler Medaglia in that Rockstar Suzuki in second. And here comes Jimmy Nelson in third place, Brian.
Oh, aggressive riding by Nelson. A third place would be so good for his big season on the 450, full season on the 450. Dubé, the best line on the track right there, moving up on Pierce Chamberlain, number 15, a pair of Kawasaki's. Of course, Dubé on that Schutz Kawasaki, making that line work for him. Boy, oh boy, he is a gear high on everyone now.
Privateer Chamberlain on that Sturgis Kawasaki. Love to see Pico out there battling, a great young Canadian rider. And here comes Homans, also a privateer on the Yamaha this year. Very strange to see Homans riding the number 6 and also being a privateer. Very odd. NorCal now moving past Gibson for fourth place.
Jeff Northrup, number 10, another Northern California rider. Well, NorCal, they call him. He can ride any bike. He was on the Cowies last year, turns heads, goes to the KTM, running in the top 5. He is tenacious. Conditioning has been a factor. His critics have been on him about that. He's got a trainer this year, and he's looking strong.
Fasciati, our leader, out in front. Very smooth around that high bank corner. That beautiful left-hander. Let's check back to second place. There's Medaglia in second place. I'm super impressed with this kid right now, Brian. I've got nothing more to say than I'm impressed. Let's go trackside with G-Unit.
All right, fellas, down the side of the track, the 111 of Dusty Klatt got an absolute horrible start. He's mired in the back of the pack with also number 12, Blair Morgan. Not the way these guys want to start that second moto. Klatt needs to pick up the pace if you want to get some maximum points in this round.
Trackside with Golden. Couldn't be a better thing at this moto here in Ste Jule. This is the battle for third place. Number 25, Jimmy Nelson on that Blackfoot Yamaha, swinging wide. NorCal, the original in that Royal Distributing KTM, gets the inside line and takes care of third with a little look back.
Super experience move by NorCal. His art is passing, and his craft is holding riders back. He is awesome. There, Honda rider Chuck Mesley on that Morgan racing bike, struggling with a tipped bike on the hill.
The battle for 7th is raging. Orange Motorsport KTM's Liam O'Farrell in 7th. Holman's in 8th. And look at label at Honda's Jay Burke, who's been turning some heads today with a great outside line is on the gas early.
Solid ride for Burke past Holman's. Danger Man number 8. Kyle Keaston 10th on the machine. Honda. Jimmy Nelson stalls it. He's in 4th place. Does not lose any positions in that stall. Bit of a scary moment for him.
To our second place rider, number 13, Tyler Medaglia on that Rockstar Suzuki, getting his last lap flag. Looking good right now on the podium. This is our leader, number 2, Colton Fasciati. Brian, coming into this season, MX1 class. Round number 1, you say Colton Fasciati wins both motos. Are you surprised?
I am and I'm not. I figured, maybe you'd have a little bit more competition. New Medallion would be strong, and Dusty Klatt especially, I think, was the favorite coming in this weekend.
Colton Fasciotti, a big crash in practice, comes back with this checkered flag to win both motos in the MX1 class today. How about the start for that Blackfoot pilot, Brian?
Great ride for Colton Fasciotti. Soaks up the pain to take the clean sweep. 1-1 in Ste Jule. Welcome back to the Monster Energy Canadian Motocross Nationals. What a great day of racing we've had. To the Yamaha leaderboard, really impressed with Jimmy Nelson's ride in 4th place. Blake Dubé rode real hard for 6th. O'Farrell rounds out the top 10.
Holy smokes, Colt. 1-1 today, my friend. You lay down some smack, dog. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, I just rode good out there, I was having fun and did my Blackfoot direct. Toyota Yamaha's working so good out there. We're so many steps ahead of we were last year, and training down with JSR down in Georgia, that made the difference.
We be here with the main man. This be Northrop, NorCal, the original. 3rd place, buddy. You've been conditioning, you've been training, you earned it out there.
Yeah, it was a tough track today, and I just wanted to ride strong. I kind of started off slow, but this is the first race, and I know what I need to work on, but I was long and really strong at the end of the moto, and that's what I'm happy about. So this is the first race, and we're on the box, so that's kind of the goal for the first race.
All right, after 1 of 9 rounds in the MX2 class, let's check out the points. Teddy Mayer looking good, Nick Evano in 2nd, Jeremy Medaglia in 3rd, and Eric Nye in 4th. Brian.
To the big boys in MX1, Fasciotti pulls out a nice lead. Medaglia and Northrop sitting pretty. Dusty Klatt's got his work to do, as does Blair Morgan and Kyle Keast. Thanks for joining us. What a great day of racing here at the Monster Energy Pro Nationals. Check CMRCRacing.com for a race near you. Come on out to the track and join Travers, myself, and Ryan Gauld.
You have been watching the 2008 Monster Energy Motocross Nationals. Brought to you by Motovan.com, your source for power sports parts and accessories. And Royal Distributing, Canada's power sports leader. For Mark Stallybrass, Brian Coster, and Ryan Gauld, I'm Mark Travers. Hey, thanks. See ya.